What's up, guys? It's Luis. Once again, I'm coming at you live. And I'm going to talk about a little bit about MS, Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Month this past month. And I learned a lot. Been to a lot of different conventions and meetings on Zoom. And I'm ready to share my testimony of how it's been going on for me. And hopefully, this will help you understand what's going on with you as well for the people that do have MS and for the people that don't have MS. Multiple sclerosis is autoimmune disease that affects your nervous system, down to the nitty gritty. But I was diagnosed in 2017, January 2017, and before I found out that that's what I had and what was going on, because everything was normal. Everything was just fine. And then one day, I think it was 2015, my right hand started getting numb. And it's like your hand's about to, the feeling that your hand's asleep and it's trying to wake up, but it doesn't get to wake up. So it's always like numb and you like kind of shake it off. And it started feeling better. And then I just kept on going hard. I was working 24/7. I was working for a pharmaceutical wholesaler of medication in Toronto at the time. And I loved it. I was the office manager for that company. And I was indoors a lot, but the office job and I just had a really good life. I had a lot of fun, went camping a lot. And I was just pushing my limit, working a lot and burning my life's candle a little bit too much on both ends. And it just exploded one weekend, 2016. I hit the wall, and but after I came back from camping, and a week before of working nonstop, working 9 to 5, and also doing my side gig, which was Amway and is Amway still. And I went to Montreal, came back, did my 9 to 5. Like I had a flight at 4 o'clock in the morning. And I had to be at work at 9 from Montreal to Toronto, Canada. And that's the type of lifestyle I had. I flew everywhere, I drove everywhere, I went camping on the weekend, and that camping trip changed my life because that's when my gut felt like it exploded, and found out after about what leaky gut is and stuff like that. But back to the story in hand is that I was freezing. It was the summertime. I just came back from a camping trip and it just felt so cold and I was freaking out. So I went to a neurologist and started doing random tests to see if I had anything. And he didn't find anything wrong with me except that I should go get an MRI. So I went to go get an MRI at the end of the year, 2016. That was August 2016 when my gut exploded. And then 2017, January, I got an MRI and they found lesions in my brain and in my spinal cord. And yeah, changed my life. I didn't know why I got this sickness. I was upset with myself. I'm like, what, get some more sleep. Like I was trying to figure out why did I develop this illness? I was healthy. What's going on? And so I went down the rabbit hole and started getting a lot more sick for whatever reason. Um, it advanced to giving me brain fog, very tired. My vision started, I started having double vision. At one point, I did lose the left side of my vision, and I did this thing called the 7-day detox, which was 2 days water, was recommended to me for my dad to do a detox, and it actually brought my left side of my vision back after that one week. So I did. try to put two and two together. That's something to do with my gut. This is where it started. I gotta figure it out, and I started getting numbness in the back of my head as well. I never looked down, so like right now a little bit. So I have lesions, I still have damage. I did get a treatment that put me into remission, which stopped multiple sclerosis developing my body this year. It's called lemtrada for people that want to know what I did, and it's for certain people. But back to the story at hand and going to in schedule or in how it happened and how it got worse and the symptoms of brain fog and imagine just thinking and feeling like you're walking through your mind. Put it yourself in a hall with doors to all your thoughts, but all the doors to your thoughts were locked. That's how it felt at one point. And it just, you know, one of the symptoms of MS, multiple sclerosis, is that you're depressed. And so I was very depressed. I was having to not but beat around the bush. I was having suicidal thoughts, and I went down a really bad turn when I didn't get start figuring out what was going on with me and why it was happening and what solutions. I got really depressed about not knowing that there isn't a solution to this. There isn't a cure. There is right now, after all the research I've done, there is ways to um get into remission and calm it down from developing. And yeah, so I was very depressed, having suicidal thoughts and really bad. But um after that, I just went to all these different holistic doctors and went down that rabbit hole trying to figure out. I went to a chiropractor. I went for 2 months. My back is straight as ever now. I feel like I'm taller, I'm stronger. I am getting more better nutrients to my nerves, to my organs through my nerves because I now my back has no pinches in the nerves and things like that. Um, so I did a lot of research going down this rabbit hole of how to cure myself and how to make myself feel good. And thanks to God, I found lemtrada that helped me. Dr. Actually named it a nuclear bomb. Like it's like a bomb that clears out all the red blood cells, all the foreign substances in my bloodstream and clears it out, and my white blood cells can start rebuilding. And I did that in 2019, actually. Wow. I did that treatment, the first phase of it in 2019, October, right? A month before my son was born in November. And it's another thing that I like to talk about is that I started to meditate a lot as well before all this, and I started picturing my life as a healthy person and just connecting with the breath, breathing all the way in and breathing all the way out. And I started to find myself through my positive thoughts and what I want my life to be like, and putting Jesus first, of course. I'm Christian, so I always put Our Father before my meditations of breathing, just being present in the present moment, connected to my breath. And that helped me tremendously. That's one of the solutions I found to actually regulate my mood. And that started off me trying to think of things that I want to happen, like to have a family. In this 2018, of course. And I was just trying to going through all these holistic doctors. It was not working. All the vitamins, all the because I'm a very naturopathic person. I've learned that nutrition is you know, the root to fix all illnesses instead of um, laying over top all these, you know, pills and vitamins, not vitamins, sorry, pills and medications that I didn't trust. So I wanted to trust natural medicine, eating correctly, getting away from sugars and processed foods, and went down all that rabbit hole as well. And started eating a lot better, and eating animal-based diet now, which is meat, organ meat, and also fruits and vegetables, a little bit of vegetables, and honey for carbs, and maple syrup with milk. I also do milk, raw dairy as well, to get, to mix it with the pure maple syrup, organic maple syrup, and organic honey. You can get from Trader Joe's. That's where I shop for things that I can't find at these regular grocery stores. But like No Frills for the people in Toronto and people here, Food Lion. Yeah, you can't find good organic things from these regular grocery stores. But that's what I was doing. I was going down the rabbit hole to find a holistic way to cure myself, but I just kept on getting worse, and losing myself, and the process it actually made me lose myself at one point before I got lemtrada. And I found myself through meditation, of course, through prayer and reading the Bible as well. And scripture just came to me every other day, and over, podcasts and church on Sundays. And things started connecting on how I can cure myself mentally, even though I still have the physical aspect of the sickness. But I'm doing better than ever after that second phase of the lemtrada treatment that I just did for my birthday this year in 2023. And yeah, I learned something today from a man that told me that, and I always thought that people never understood me. So he made me understand how to understand others by, imagine, let me see if I can find my glasses. I have to act it out. There they are. So imagine I have these glasses. These glasses are mine. Every time I put them on, I see clear as day. This is my solution. I'm the type of person that likes to solve situation problems, and I enjoy it. Very logical person. I'm a IT consultant for the past 10 years, or before I got sick. I still do it on my side gigs, side jobs and things like that, and clients that are still with me, um, because I'm a trustworthy person, I guess, and I'm doing a good job, and so they just keep me around, call me whenever they need me to remote in or anything like that. Um, but yeah, back to the glasses theory, not theory, but story of how these are my solution to my problem. But sometimes, even though, I see perfectly with the solution of these glasses, you can't really see clearly. It's a little bit blurry for you, right? So even though these are good for me, and I try to make you understand in your situation that this is the solution. These are the glasses I used to see, or this is the solution for the problem I use. But if these are not the right prescription, in the case of problems of how to, how you feel about the problem, you have to find the solution for your problem. And I have to understand that my solution is not your solution and how you look at things. So that's what I understand, that I have to understand others so I can understand myself better as well and be a better person. And so I'm going to continue these videos and try to talk about, what I've been through a little bit more deeper, even though I didn't get too far into it. But yeah, multiple sclerosis is a autoimmune disease that I have, and I've developed it since the beginning of my life. Actually, my doctor that actually made me feel great and recommended lemtrada to me, and I had a really good talks about the theory of how MS starts. Is that in his theory that, because there's no proven fact yet of how MS starts. It's basically a perfect storm. You have to have a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and this is why this develops, type of deal. But the root cause is not getting the right amount of vitamin D at a young age between the years of 3 and 12. That's what Dr. Elias told me about what he found out about his research, you know, and I appreciate him telling me that, because I was deficient vitamin D growing up. At the age of 3, my parents, as you can tell, I'm from Dominican Republic. My accent is very, straight up English, Canadian. I grew up in Canada, and my genetic code needs a lot of sun. And for me to move from the center of the equator to all the way to Canada at the age of 3, and that's when MS develops to the ages of 3 and 12 through his research, I got a higher chance of getting it, and I got it. So it made me understand that part of it. I really appreciate him for that. And hopefully someone else can, feel like that's that solution, or that's the solution to their problem, how it starts, so you can feel more confident of how you can solve the solution of what's going on with you now. So, like I said, the way that I do it is I maintain to keep myself calm, collected, meditate, um, help me tremendously. And then, of course, sleep, diet, animal-based diet that I'm on is helping me tremendously. No brain fog at all. Thank you to Jesus Christ, the God, for all, for this solution. I was blessed. I was allowed to get this treatment through a program, and I didn't have to pay anything. And I'm very thankful. I got the treatment right before we had our son in October 2019. November 2019, my son was born. So I felt more confident that I can take care of my son. I have a solution now. So I'm really, really grateful for the people that developed lemtrada. Lemtrada was a solution for cancer patients to reset their immune system before they start chemotherapy. And now they use it for us, people that have MS, multiple sclerosis, to reset their immune system. But if you have any pre-existing conditions, which I didn't have because I'm young, I'm only 39. I look great, keep myself young. I work out, strength training. Strength training really helps me too, a lot. Lifting up some, heavy stuff helped me a lot as well. It's very addicting and it helped me out tremendously. It's another thing I recommend people that do have MS to do. Strength training, stretch, yoga. Yoga helped me. I tried it all. I'm telling you, I did everything. Yoga helped me. Yoga helped me. Meditation is the thing that just, I'm so thankful for going through the spiritual awakening, because I found who I am. I found the truth about life in general. And I'm actually at a happy place now that I found myself and I proved myself that I can overcome anything. If you can have suicidal thoughts, it's very hard to get away from that. So easy to do, so different, so many different ways to do it. But the thing that I held on the most was that I'm a Peralta and I stand on never giving up. If you're still going through something in your life right now, guys, that means you're not at the end. Because if you believe in Jesus, everything happens for the good. So if you don't feel at peace, keep going. You're going to find that peace. I promise you. I'm living proof that you can get through the hardest times in your life. I cried myself to sleep for a long time because of this sickness, especially when my gut exploded and my body was cold and it's summertime. I'm freezing. It's going crazy. I wanted to just end it, you know? I just kept on finding solutions. I had people in my corner. I would definitely get in touch with people that you love, that you trust, you can tell secrets to. Because I didn't want to tell anybody about this. I thought it was my fault, but it wasn't. And I was embarrassed, and I just never thought something like this would have happened to me. I was one of those toxic, positive people. I was just super happy all the time. I never met people where they were at. I learned that now you have to learn, you have to, people wake up. If a person walks in and they're upset about something, and you're just like, "What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm fantastic. Everything's good. Everything's wonderful. Why are you so sad about?" They don't want, even though you want to help them, like this analogy about the glasses, you have the solution. They don't care. They don't see like that. They have a different prescription that they have to use. And you have to understand. You have to meet the person where they're at so you can find out if you want to be a helping person, so you can find out what prescription they need. Do they need more, more, more time that you listen to them, that you care, showing them that you just care, you hear listening to them, you just want to hear exactly what they're going through, or do they need a cheerleader, a person that's going to uplift them. So you give them a chance to explain on what they're going through before you give them a solution. That's what I learned as well through going through this process. I felt like that old man in Squid Games, the old man that, he knew everything was going on. He's the one that developed Squid Games. And he just kept everybody like thinking that he's dumb. And that's how I felt. Like I felt like I just stayed quiet and listened. And I'm like, people really do take advantage of people that are just slow, you know? It's like I was slow because of the sickness. I had brain fog. And you know, it was a blessing in disguise. I got to unmask people that I trusted and loved, and I felt the truth coming out of them when I needed somebody there for me the most, which is so sad, but it's okay. It made me stronger. I appreciate it. I'm so woke now. I can feel people's energy without them even opening up their mouth. I feel them walking to the door. I feel I read their body language. I'm so thankful for everything I've been through, everything I've learned through this process as well. For the people that are in my life that helped me tremendously, like my family. God bless my grandma. Going from the beginning of this issue, my parents, of course, they were there at the very beginning. My sister, my my family, my grandma, my aunts, my cousins. I have an aunt that actually was diagnosed with MS when she was 33 as well. So it runs in the family. It is genetic because of the amount of vitamin D that you don't get. You can't develop it, and that's what happened for me and for my aunt. But she's doing great as well. Um, I'm young enough to be able to use lemtrada and not have preconditions that limitate me from not getting this treatment. So I'm so thankful for that as well. And thanks for listening, guys. And I hope you know gave you some more information that that you know about. And secret to life, guys, which I found out through this process, is learning something new every single day. Every single day, just learn something a little bit new. Do something a little bit different. Use different. Like I started using my left hand to brush my teeth instead of my right. I'm right-handed. I'm using different parts of my nerves. I start feeling better. I start thinking better. There's different ways, naturally, to be able to get out of your depression. Um, yeah, never give up, guys. Peace. Thanks for listening.